As I'm waiting, I've sent the invite. Please join me. Next. To our pro learners, I have sent the invite. Please join me in the live class. Thank you. Topic for today is quantifiers. We've discussed quantifiers in brief. We briefly discussed quantifiers last week, I think, and we'll continue with that. Some more examples, some more exercises. Just give me a minute. Pro learners, I have sent the invite. Please join me in the live class. Thank you. If there's any difficulties trying to join, please type your message on the chat if there's any difficulty. Yes, good afternoon, everyone. I can see your messages. Thank you. We'll just wait for a couple of minutes and then start the session. Okay, that's fine. Yes, Zishan, can you hear me? Zishan, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, you can, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll just wait for a couple of minutes. Okay. Learners are joining. Okay. So yes, in the meantime, while others join, can you all tell me, Shubha and Zishan, we discussed about quantifiers. What is a quantifier? What do we understand from the term quantifier? What does it tell us?
Quantifier is a word or used to before noun.
What does it tell us about the noun or anything? It's what does it indicate? What does it tell you? Quantifier, the name suggests quantities.
Yeah, quantity or uncountable or countable.
Very good. Thank you.
Noun.
Excuse me. Correct. Quantities, amounts, degree, etc. Okay. Anyone else?
Topic.
Okay. Yes. Correct. Guys, I'm sorry, I don't see your name. I see the word here, classic info. Your name, please. Okay.
Tulsi.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Please be on mute. There's some sound in the background. Thank you. Yes, Shubha, can you hear me?
Today's topic.
Today's topic is quantifiers. Okay. If you're facing any difficulties, just try and disconnect and reconnect or refresh your screen. Yes, Shubha, can you tell me a little bit about quantifier? What is a quantifier? With some examples. Zishan, can you give me some examples of quantifiers?
Sir, there is some books.
There are some books.
Yeah, there are some books.
So some in this case is a quantifier. Okay.
Quantifier.
So we can use, as you rightly mentioned, we can use quantifiers with both count and uncount, means countable and uncountable nouns. Okay. So some, more, many, lots of, all, these are all quantifiers. Okay, so we will start the topic. Just a minute. Tulsi, you've reconnected thrice on the chat. Can you just disconnect and then reconnect once? एक बार disconnect कीजिए और फिर reconnect कीजिए. I can see three names here. You've tried to connect thrice, I think. So एक ही platform से join कीजिए. Okay? Can you hear me? I think you're facing some difficulty. Can you hear me? Okay, I'll try and remove you. Okay, just give me a minute. Can you disconnect from your end and then reconnect? Okay, yes, disconnect one more time. Okay. All right, guys, let's start with the topic. Our other learners, I've sent the invite. I hope you all join us soon. Okay. So let's start. Zishan, can you please read the first slide?
Quantifiers. Quantifiers are adjective and adjectival phrases that give approximate or specific answers to the questions how much and how many. In simple words, we use quantifiers when we want to give someone information about the number of something, how much or how many. Some, many, a lot of, and a few are example of quantifiers. For example, there are some books on the desk. He's got only a few dollars. How much money have you got? There is a large quantity of fish in this river. He's got more friends than his sister.
Excellent, very good. So self-explanatory here, as you rightly mentioned at the start of our topic, that quantifiers tell us how much and how many. The name itself, quantity, quantifiers, it tells us that what is the quantity of a particular thing. Okay, so it may be countable, may be uncountable, that is okay. Some books, few dollars, much money, large quantity of, more friends. Okay, simple words, we use quantifiers when we want to give someone information about the number of something. Kitna hai? What is the number of something? Okay, that's what the quantifier tells us. Okay, thank you. Shubha, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Shubha, please continue with the next slide.
Quantifiers can be used with the both countable and uncountable nouns. First one, countable nouns, count nouns. Countable nouns have a singular and a plural form. In plural, these nouns can be used with a number. They can be counted. That's why they are called countable nouns. Example, friend, friends, friends. Book, books, books. Many is a quantifier that is used with countable nouns.
When you pronounce the word use it, pronounce it like used, not use it, used. Okay, used.
Used.
No, you are saying use it, used. The D, whenever the word ends with ED, most of the time the E becomes silent and D and the previous letter get joined. So you can pronounce it like this. Quantifiers can be used with used. So the E should not sound. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, good. Well done. So what does it explain? This particular slide tells us that can be used with countable and uncountable nouns both. We just discussed that. First, we are discussing the countable nouns. So if I ask you the number of friends, books, number of chairs, tables, etc., we can count these, right? So these are known as countable nouns. The ones that we cannot count are known as uncountable nouns. So this was about countable nouns. So many is a quantifier that is countable, is used with countable nouns. Why? Because you can ask someone how many books, how many friends, how many chairs, how many tables, etc. Okay. Okay, so Voshri, please continue with the next one.
Yes, sir.
Just a minute, I'll move to the next slide. Go ahead.
Number 2,
Can
uncountable
only be
nouns.
used in single.
Just a
These
moment.
nouns connect to use their
Just a moment, Tulsi, just a moment. I was talking to Suvoshri. I'll come back to you, okay? Suvoshri, please continue.
Uncountable nouns, non-count nouns. Uncountable nouns can only be used in singular. These nouns cannot be used with a number. They can't be counted. That's why they're called uncountable nouns. Example, I have a lot of money, not 1,000 money. Number 2, you say I drink a lot of milk, not 5 milk. Countable nouns take much. Example, much money. Note, you can count milk, meat, but then you would use the currency, liter, kilo, glass, and say that you have got 5 euros or dollars, but not 5 money. Uncountable nouns are measured with count frames like liter, kilos, etc.
Measured. Can you pronounce the word measured?
Measured with.
Thank you. In your own words, can you explain the meaning of this slide, Suvoshri? What does this slide explain?
In uncountable nouns, we can count any liquid things, but we can measure it by some liter, kilo, glass, can currency. We can't say 100 money, but
Yeah,
we can say 5 euros, $5.
exactly. So basically what it means is this slide talks about the fact that yes, money can be counted. However, it can only be counted when you use the currency. Okay, 5 rupees, $5, 5 pounds. Okay, for example. So similarly, milk, meat, etc. These can be counted. Tulsi, I request you to please be on mute. Okay, there's some sound in the background. Okay, so yes, basically, as you rightly mentioned, that uncountable nouns take much, use much. Much means the quantity is not known. It's uncountable. You cannot count milk. You cannot count money. You can count money when it's in the currency. You can count milk when it's in kilo or glass, for example. 1 glass of milk, 2 glasses of milk, for example. Meat. Meat cannot be counted. Again, it's a mass noun, but it can be counted if, again, it's used in terms of a kilo. Similarly, we have the liquids that are used with liter, right? So the currency, liter, kilo, glass, etc. These are the ways in which you can mention the number of these particular uncountable nouns. The noun itself is uncountable. When divided or when grouped, when segregated, you can count based on packets, liter, currency, glass, kilo, etc. Whatever. Okay. So that's what the meaning is. Tulsi, please read the next slide. Tulsi, read the next slide, please. Can you hear me?
Quantifiers with
आपकी आवाज क्लियर नहीं है. Okay, I'll come back to you. Okay, Pooja, can you please continue? Read the next slide.
Sir, me. Sir,
Pooja,
me.
Isha, yes, go ahead, Isha. No problem. You can read the next slide. That's okay.
Quantifiers and with uncountable nouns. Much, a little, little, very little. A bit of, a great deal of, a large amount of, a large quantity of. Note, little, very little means that there is not enough of something. A little means there is not a lot of something, but there is enough.
Very good. So here, guys, this is very important. I'd like to explain this. This we've done earlier as well, but I'd still like to explain. When we say, so first part is quantifiers with uncountable nouns are much, a little, very little, a bit, a great deal, a few, okay? A great deal of, a large amount of, large quantity of. So the important thing mentioned here at the end is when you say little, very little means there is not enough of something. A little means there is not a lot of something, but there is enough. For example, so for example, when you want to use it in the positive sense, okay, let's say when you make a sentence like there's little milk left in the fridge or there's very little milk left for you, means that there is not enough. It will not be enough. There is a little something left for you, okay, milk left for you, or there is a little there is a little of something left for you means that there is not a lot, but we do have something that it is not enough. I mean, it is not a lot, but it is enough to meet the needs of something, okay, or someone. So for example, with little, I'll give you one more example here. Okay, just a minute. There is, okay, for example, if I say there is little hope for him to succeed, okay, there is little hope for him to succeed means that there is not enough hope. When I rephrase the sentence and I say there is a little hope that he might succeed, there is a little hope for him to succeed, the meaning changes. In the first sentence, I said there is little hope for this project to succeed, means zyada umeed nahi hai. There's not enough of hope that this will be successful. When I say there is a little hope that this might succeed, means that I'm trying to say that there is not a lot of hope, but there is enough hope that this might still become possible. So it's very important to understand. Similarly, with a few and few, there are a few apples left in the basket. Means there are not a lot, but there are enough to meet the needs. There are few apples or very few apples left in the basket. Means there are few apples in the basket. Means that there are not enough. It will not fulfill the requirement, basically. So please understand, the moment you add a to little or few means there is a bit of something, might not be a lot, but there is. Okay, so please remember this. It's very important. Pooja, can you hear me? Pooja's got disconnected. Renuka, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Renuka, please read the next slide. I will move to the 5th slide. Go ahead.
Fourth one. Quantifiers with countable nouns. Many, a few, very few, a number of, several, a large number of, a great number of, a majority of. Note, few, very few means that there is not enough of something. A few means that there is not a lot of something, but there is enough.
Very good.
Sometimes we use a quantifiers in the place of a determiner. Example, first one, most children start school at the age of 5. Second one, we ate some bread and butter. Third one, we saw lots of birds.
Very good. Thank you. So the first part, like little and very little, I explained about a few and few. This is in the countable sense. Little was in the uncountable sense. Okay. So determiner here. Okay, we'll come to that. Before that, few, very few means there is not a lot of enough of something. A few means there is not a lot of something, but there is enough. I just explained that. So I'll skip that. Sometimes we use a quantifier in place of a determiner. What is determiner? Determiner is nothing but a person or thing that who determines or decides something. Okay. So for example, most children start school at the age of 5. Most. Okay. Most. We ate some bread and butter. We saw lots, some here. In the second one, some. We saw lots of birds. So he's not talking about the specific person, but he's using the quantifier in place of a determiner. Determiner is nothing but a person who determines. Okay. Is a word or a phrase that tells you. Some of the examples of determiners are the articles. The articles are also determiners. And the, they tell you, okay, he is a boy, for example. It's talking about that particular boy, that person. And the numbers, then when you talk about this, that, those, demonstratives, basically, these are known as determiners. Determiners tell us, or they determine person or a thing that determines or decides something. Okay. So here, when we talk about the children, most is used as a quantifier here in place of a determiner. We ate some bread. We saw lots of birds. Okay. So this is the important aspect here. Quantifiers can sometimes be used in place of a determiner. Completely depends on the context of your sentence. Okay. Thank you. Let's continue. Shivani, can you hear me? Shivani, can you hear me? Okay, I'll unmute you. Can you hear me now, Shivani? Okay, I'll come back to you. Shivani, can you hear me? Okay, I'll come back to you. No problem. Abdullah, can you hear me? Abdul, can you hear me? Okay, Shivani, can you hear me? I think you can hear me now. Please read the next slide.
Yeah.
Yep, go ahead.
I can hear you now.
Please read the next slide.
Slide is not showing it, sir. Now it's showing 5
Okay.
number, right?
Number 6.
Okay, just refresh. I'm
I'll-
refreshing my slide.
No problem. I'll go back to the previous slide and
Okay,
come
now
to this.
it's showing.
Now you see 5. Now you can see
Yes,
6. Okay, good.
Yes. Okay, I can see. Quantifies with countable and uncountable nouns, all, enough, more, less, leave, no, none, not any, some, and a lot of, lots, plenty of.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. Thank you. So these are the quantifiers with countable and uncountable nouns, different ones, of course. So let's do the exercises. Shivani, please answer the next one. The first one. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm clear with this. He has few time to play with children.
Sorry, आपकी आवाज clear नहीं है शिवानी. Few
Yeah,
time नहीं हो सकता. It cannot be
listen.
few time. Yeah. Can you read the sentence again? Can you read the sentence again
He
with the
has
answer?
little time to play with children.
इसका मतलब क्या है शिवानी? What is the meaning of the sentence?
He has उसके पास बहुत थोड़ा समय है अपने बच्चों के साथ खेलने के लिए.
आपकी
Audible, sir? Because
आपकी
your
आवाज
voice
clear
is
नहीं.
breaking me. I don't.
Yeah.
Network problems are
You can
there.
remove the, if you're using
I'm
the
just
headphone, just remove it.
changing my network connection. So
Okay, no problem. That's okay.
wait.
No problem. That's okay. So yes, you're partially right. Yes, what it means is he has little time to play with his children means that does not have enough time. Sufficient time नहीं है. बहुत ही कम time है basically. He has little time. मतलब नहीं है. It's in the negative sense that person does not have enough time to play with his children. Okay. Shivani, you can answer the next one as well. We'll do 2 slides for one person. So, or I'll come back to you. You're changing your network. Ajmol, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, but my screen is blank, sir.
Which slide are you on? You're on which slide?
Nothing is showing, sir.
Sorry, guys. There's a lot of sound in the background. You'll
Nothing
have to
is showing, sir,
refresh,
in my
okay?
screen.
No problem. That's okay. That's okay. Zishan, let's start with you. Answer the first one.
I went through a great deal of trouble to get those tickets.
I went through a great deal of trouble to get those tickets. Very good. Trouble, we cannot, problems we can count. Trouble, no. A great deal of trouble. Very good. Zishan, please
Sir,
answer the next one.
Sir, here is a great deal of. Can you explain this?
बहुत ज़्यादा, great deal of. I'll come back to that. I'll come back to that. Zishan, please answer the next one.
He has some apples.
He has some apples. Okay, very good. He has some apples. Grammatically correct. Yes. Great deal of मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा.
Okay.
Great deal of. Yeah. बहुत कष्ट झेलने पड़े basically. That's what it means. Okay. Thank you. Shubha, please continue. Please answer the next one. Yes, Shubha. Shubha, I'm not able to hear you. Okay, Suvoshri, can you please continue? Answer the next one.
Yes. I had lots of leftover milk, so I gave some to the cat.
I had lots of, मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा था, right? I had lots of leftover milk. Leftover means रह गया था, बचा हुआ basically. Please continue, Subhashri. Answer the next one.
Can you give me a bit of pounds for the bus fare? Oh no.
No. How can it be a bit of?
The pounds can count.
So a couple of pounds,
of-
right? Couple of pounds. Yes, exactly. Can you give me a couple of pounds for the bus fare? It cannot be a bit of. You can count pounds. You cannot count money, but pounds you can count. Couple of pounds means 2 pounds, right? Couple of pounds, more than one, of course. Yes. So can you give me a couple of pounds for the bus fare? That is grammatically correct here. Okay. Thank you. Let's continue. Isha, please answer the next one. Isha, go ahead. Guys, any trouble with the connection network session? Renuka, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Please answer the next one.
I can't go out
Sir,
this evening.
Yeah, please continue, Renuka.
Okay. I can't go out this evening. I have got too much to do.
I've got too much to do. मतलब बहुत काम है, आज शाम को बाहर नहीं जा सकते. Okay. Please continue, Renuka. Answer the next one. Yes, go ahead, Renuka. Start the sentence, please.
Okay, sir. He can't buy the farm. He has got little money left.
Little money left means not enough. Okay, बहुत कम है.
Not enough.
Not enough. Okay. He has got a little money left would mean that बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं है, but he has enough. I mean, it might not be a lot, but he has enough to meet the needs. But here, he can't buy the farm. He has got little money left. Means it's not sufficient. Okay. Thank you. Shubha, can you hear me now?
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, please answer the next one. Shubha, you are again on mute.
Yes, sir. The train leaves in 1 hour. I am scared there is little time left to pack.
Very good. Not enough. So train leaves in 1 hour. I'm scared there's little time left to pack. Very good. Excellent. Very good answer. Please continue. Shubha, answer the next one. Arrange the jumbled words. Yes, Shubha.
Every day we learn a little English.
Every day we learn. I hope you all do. Every day we learn a little. Excellent. Very good. I hope we all do learn a little English every day. So well done. Good. A little English means it's not a lot, but it's enough to make progress. Okay. Very good. Good answer. Thank you. Let's continue with okay, Pooja, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please answer the next one.
Hello. Okay, sir. They say little knowledge is a dangerous thing.
No.
No.
You said a little, right?
They say no, little.
Little, then it's fine. It's correct. Here the phrase basically means that थोड़ा knowledge जो है वो dangerous thing होता है. Why? Because little knowledge is dangerous thing means that either if you don't know something is fine, or either you know something is completely is fine. But little knowledge means then you interpret things. Okay, so then you do guesswork. So they say little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Matlab, it's not a lot. So you have little knowledge, but that can be dangerous. Why? Because then you can make assumptions. You are not sure. You can be
Right.
you can make predictions, but you're not sure about what's happening. So that's why little knowledge is dangerous. Good answer. Please continue, Pooja, with the next one.
Okay, sir. Arrange. Does she have any sister? No, some sisters. Sorry, any sisters. Sorry. Does she have any sisters?
Does she have
any sisters?
Excellent, very good. Guys, going back to the previous one, a little is appropriate in this context. The explanation I gave is, here is talking about some knowledge, but enough to know. But that is dangerous. So the actual phrase, the quote is, a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. That is the quote. A little is more appropriate than little in this case, because what it means is that बहुत ज्यादा नॉलेज नहीं है लेकिन थोड़ा नॉलेज है, तो थोड़ा नॉलेज जो है वो डेंजरस थिंग हो सकता है. Why? Because you can then end up predicting, you can make assumptions, etc. So here this is a mistake. This should ideally be a little, because in terms of the meaning, it makes more sense when you say a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Why? Because not a lot, but enough. But that enough might not be sufficient in terms of knowledge. Okay.
Hello?
Yes.
Sir, my answer was right. I take on a little.
A little is correct. That is an error. When I explained, I realized that the meaning of the sentence is actually stating that thoda knowledge is a dangerous thing. So a little is more appropriate. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, can you explain little and a little? What is the difference between both?
Yes, we just discussed that. You probably got disconnected. So a little and little means, I'll go back to the previous slide, means that something is not enough. Okay. So for example, let's have a look at this slide here. Little and very little means that there is not enough of something. A little means there is not a lot of something, but there is enough. For example, I have a little milk left in the fridge. Means that it is not a lot, but it is enough to meet your requirements. I have little milk left, or I have little hope for succeeding, means that there is not enough of hope that I will succeed. But there is a little hope that we might win. That means that there's not a lot of hope, but there is enough hope that we might succeed. Similarly, a few and few means the same thing. These are used for countable ones. Little is used for uncountable ones. Okay, so a few means not a lot of something, but there is enough, and few and very few means not enough. There are few apples in the basket means not a lot, not enough. There are very few apples, we understand. There are a few apples left in the basket or in the basket means there are not a lot, but there is enough for us to meet the requirements. Okay, that's the difference.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's continue. Okay. Tulsi, can you hear me? Tulsi, can you hear me? Technical issues. Ajmol, can you see the slides now? Ajmol, can you see the slides now or no? Ajmol, Abdul?
Sir,
Yes.
Yes, sir. We see.
if someone don't have any kind of knowledge, then is it not dangerous?
See, that means that you don't make any assumptions, right? If you don't have any knowledge, means that you are blank about it. But what I heard it means is that a little knowledge means that you think that you know, but it is not enough. Like, for example, it can become dangerous. Why? Because you are trying to do something which you are not totally aware of. You're trying to achieve something, you're trying to say something, or let's say you're trying to discuss on a topic like politics. You know a little about Indian politics, but you don't know a lot. You don't have complete knowledge. That is where you can make assumptions, you can make mistakes. So either you don't have any knowledge is fine, or you have not total knowledge, not complete knowledge, but you have a decent level of knowledge in that particular field. That's why that is the sentence here. Little knowledge can be dangerous. Okay. That's the meaning of this sentence. Okay. Yes, Ajmol, can you see the sentences now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Please continue and answer the next one, this 18. We are slide 18. Can you see it?
Yes, sir. But answer is not taking.
No problem. That's okay. Read the sentence for me.
It is good that she has a few almonds every day.
Very good. Not a lot, but a few. So a few is grammatically correct. We'd move to the next slide. That's why it didn't take. It's okay. Please answer the next one. Yes, Ajmul, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I can't drink this coffee. There is too much sugar in it.
Read the sentence again.
I can't drink this coffee. There isn't too much sugar in it.
It cannot be there isn't too much, right? There isn't enough sugar in it. So बोल रहा है कि मैं कॉफी नहीं पी सकता क्योंकि इसमें जितनी चीनी चाहिए उतनी नहीं है. There isn't enough sugar in it. You got it?
Yes, sir.
It cannot be there. Either you can say I can't drink this coffee. There is too much sugar in it. You can say या तो बहुत ज्यादा है या तो बहुत कम है. तो कह रहा है कि there isn't enough. जितनी होनी चाहिए उससे बहुत कम है. But it cannot be there isn't too much. It can be there isn't sugar in it, there isn't enough sugar in it, or there is too much sugar in it. Okay, that's the difference. Okay. Yeah. I can see someone who's just joined, but I cannot see the name. I see physics chapter. I'm sorry, I don't know your name. It does not reflect on my screen. Your name, please. Yes, your name, please. Manoj, is it? Yes. Can you hear me? आपका नाम नहीं दिख रहा है. Physics chapter. I can see the user name. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. My
Yes.
name is Manorma.
Manorma ji. Thank you. I'm sorry. आपका नाम नहीं दिख रहा था वहाँ पे.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Please continue with the next one. Slide 20. Slide number 20 पे है. Are you able to see the slides?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Tulsi, continue. Yes, Tulsi, please continue. Okay. All right. Okay. Guys, any difficulties, please let me know or please try and reconnect. Okay. Zishan, please continue. Yeah.
A great number of my students prepared hard for their exam.
A great number. It's talking about a large number, a great number of my students prepared hard for their exams. Very good. Good answer. Thank you. Shubha, please continue with the next one.
All members are valuable to us, and each 1 minute I can't see slide.
Start again. Yep.
All members are valuable to us, and each is going to be given a present.
Shubha, pronounce the word all.
All members
are valuable.
valuable.
What you're pronouncing is valuable. It's valuable.
Valuable.
So say value.
Value.
Able.
Now
say valuable.
Valuable.
Yeah, you're close to it. Good. Work on this. So valuable. What you're saying is valuable. It's valuable. Okay. The slight sound of A has to come. So valuable. Okay. Value and able. Valuable. So all. Can you read the sentence again?
All members are valuable to us, and each is going to be given a present.
Excellent. Very good. And when you say all, you say all. Okay. All is the correct pronunciation. Okay. Yep. So all members are valuable. Okay. Valuable. Correct answer. Thank you. Let's continue with Suvoshi. Please answer the next one. We'll do one slide each. Yeah. Please answer.
The team has. I know that team has a few more books than I do.
Very good. Tim. Tim is the name of a boy,
Tim.
person. I know that Tim has a few more books. A few, not a lot, but a few more. So quantity here, it's accountable. Books are countable. That's why. Okay. Well done. Good answer. Isha, please continue with the next one.
Yes, sir. There has been almost no rain for the last. Sir, first one, no. There has been almost no rain for the last couple of weeks.
Very good. Very good. There's been no rain here. So you cannot count. Of course, you cannot count. You can count the. Yes, we do measure rain, but that's in a different context. You need the. You need to use the unit to measure, but here it's uncountable. There's been no rain. Okay, for the last
Or
couple
can
of
I
weeks.
say little rain? Can I use little rain?
You can. There's been little rain. That's correct. Means not a lot. Yeah. Or you can say there's been a little rain. A little will mean that not a lot, but enough that was needed. So little, a little, both can be used. Yes. Correct. Good question. Correct. Thank you. Let's continue with Renuka.
Yes, sir.
Please answer the next one. Celine.
Mm. I choose wrong.
That's okay.
Sir.
That's okay. Read the sentence. No problem.
Okay. Selena feels lonely because she has very few sincere friends.
Very good. Very few. Okay. You can count. Friends are countable, right? So very little, no. Very much, no. Little, we don't use here. It's uncountable. Few is used for countable. So Selena feels lonely because she has very few sincere friends. Friends are countable. You can count the number of friends. So few is appropriate. Okay. Well done. Thank you. Abdullah, can you hear me? Abdul Ajmol?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please answer the next one. Ajmol, go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Our yards looks awful this summer. There are too many weeds.
It cannot be too much, too many. You can count the number of weeds. Okay. So our yard looks awful. Awful means bahut kharab. Okay. Very bad, in a very bad state. Okay. Weed is what? Weed is plant, basically. Okay. Weed is plant. You can count the number of plants. Okay. So our yard looks awful this summer. There are too many weeds. You can count the number of weeds. That's why it's many, not much. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. Yes, Pooja, please continue with the next one.
Also, I have paid very much attention to how much rain we have. Also, I have paid very.
Read it, whatever you think is
Very much
appropriate.
attention.
From the start.
So third one, much attention to
It's
how
incorrect.
much rain we
It's incorrect. Read it now with the correct one.
have paid very little attention.
Pooja, I'm asking you to read it louder so that everyone can hear.
Also, I have paid very
Little. Second one.
little attention to how much rain we have had.
I'm okay. Read it properly. थोड़ा जोर से पढ़िए, clearly पढ़िए, ताकि we can hear it. Also, there's a comma. Then I've paid very little attention. Yeah.
Also, I have paid very little attention to how much rain we have had.
Very good. Correct. So it's okay. अगर गलत answer select किया है तो कोई issue नहीं है. Just when you read it confidently and read a little louder so that everyone can hear. Okay. So the reason much is incorrect or a few, a little is incorrect here is the speaker is trying to indicate that मैंने बहुत कम ध्यान दिया है कितनी बारिश हुई उस पर. So that's why it's not I've paid very a little. That's grammatically incorrect. You can say also I've paid a little attention to how much rain we've had is fine. but then very is not needed. When you use very or without that, with little means you haven't paid enough attention. So the speaker is trying to say, also, I've paid very little attention to how much rain we've had. Okay. Anyone has any doubt about this sentence?
No, sir, I got it.
Got it, right? Okay, very good.
Right,
So
right.
a little will mean that थोड़ा ध्यान दिया है आपने, लेकिन अगर a little है तो फिर very नहीं आएगा, right? So that's why I've paid very little attention to how much rain we've had. Okay, good. Thank you. Let's continue. Manorama, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you see the next slide? Slide number 27. Please answer.
Yes, sir. They said that just few a little.
पूरा sentence पढ़िए, please.
They said that just a little help could make a big difference.
Excellent, very good. A little help. थोड़ी सी मदद भी बहुत एक फर्क हो सकता है, एक थोड़ी सी मदद से. So basically what it means is that little की जगह a little, मतलब बहुत ज्यादा नहीं, लेकिन a little, which is enough. So very good answer. They said that a little help could make a big difference. मतलब जितना भी हो सके उतना. So a little, correct answer. Well done. Hemlata, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Please answer the next one.
Yes, afraid rain of red time summer and that by grace. You.
पूरा sentence पढ़िए. पूरा sentence.
Yes. I am afraid it has rained few times this summer, and that is why the grass is turning brown and dying. The farmers are very upset.
Very good. Very good. Good answer. Few times. So बहुत कम time. It has rained few times. So if you say I'm afraid it has rained a few times, means it's positive. It's not a lot, but it's enough. But here the meaning of the sentence is that it is not enough. That's why the grass is turning brown and dying. The farmers are extremely upset, very upset. So यहाँ पे the sentence indicates that it's not enough. कम है. इसलिए a few will be incorrect. Few is grammatically correct in this case.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
You can answer the next one, Hemlata. It's okay. It's the last one. Go ahead.
Yes. I have unfortunately had a lot of headache already because of stress.
Sorry, what was the sentence? Can you read it again?
I have unfortunately had a lot of headache already because of stress.
Very good. Very good. Good answer. Absolutely right. Unfortunately, I've unfortunately had a lot of headaches, plural headaches, because already because of stress. मतलब stress की वजह से बहुत सर दर्द हुआ है कई बार, multiple times. That's why it's in the plural context. Okay. So well done, guys. Leaderboard here. So,
sir.
Yeah. Anyone? Yeah. Go ahead.
Can you show the 29th slide?
Sure. I was going to do a quick recap. Okay.
Sir, unfortunately, I have had a lot of headache. Is it possible? Unfortunately,
yeah,
I have had.
Oh. It's okay. I've unfortunately had, or unfortunately, I've had a lot of headaches. Both are fine. Yes. You can start it with that. That's okay. Guys, anyone has any questions about any quantifiers? Anything? Please feel free to share. So there are some quantifiers that we discussed today. We discussed some, more, a lot of, okay, little, a few, a little, very few, very little, lots of, okay, any. So no, we also discussed no, all, etc. So these are some of the quantifiers we discussed, okay? So please practice, and we still have time. We'll do one small exercise. Just give me a minute.
Sir?
Yes.
Attention countable or uncountable, sir?
What is it?
Attention.
Attention is uncountable. you cannot count how much attention you can pay, right? So awareness, state of mind, anything that has got to do with state of mind, a state of being is uncountable. Okay. Anyone, guys, any questions about the topic? Please feel free to ask. We still have some time.
Yes, sir. I have confused.
Sorry, I didn't hear your question. Yes, guys, anyone has any questions?
Yes,
Yes,
sir. I
Azumar.
have doubt in few of you.
Sorry?
I have doubt in few of you.
Okay, few and a few. I just explained. Anyone wants to explain, Ajmol, what is the difference between few and a few? Anyone, guys? Guys, anyone? We just discussed. He probably joined a little late. So anyone? Shubhas, Zishan, Subhoshri, Renuka, anyone wants to explain the difference between a few and few? Please go ahead.
Sir, sir,
Yeah.
a few means not lot of something, but not enough.
Okay. No. You said it the other way around, I think. Say it again.
A few means there is